Well, first of all, Juliet, welcome to Sweden and Intensivdagarna.
Yes, well, thank you. It's really wonderful to be here in this winter wonderland.
Right, we really were able to give you the full experience coming in with the
Yes,
snowstorm last
yes,
night. So,
yes.
right. So, would you share with us, please, when you're not here in Sweden, what do you work with and where do you work?
Well, I work in New York, though I'm not originally from the US, and I'm a curator in the Museum of Modern Art, and I work in the Department of Architecture and Design as a curator there.
Mm-hmm. And if you were to share with us a little bit, what typically do you work with there? What's the project that you're currently working on back home?
Well, I'm just coming to the end of this mega project that I'm going to be talking about today, but more generally I have responsibility for the historic design collections. Now, historic in MoMA means the 20th century.
Mm-hmm.
So I look after objects ranging from a helicopter to cutlery, and arrange displays and interpretation of those collections, but also work on exhibitions, temporary exhibitions as well.
I'm sure I'm not the only one then very curious when you mention helicopters and such. Would you just give us a brief description of your museum, and as a visitor, what would you expect coming in? Just an overall view of the museum and what to expect.
MoMA is a museum of contemporary and modern art, but from the moment it was established in 1929, the intention was to really introduce people to the interrelationships of all visual and material culture of the modern world.
Mm-hmm.
So there was a department of architecture and then one of industrial design alongside the more familiar painting and sculpture and drawing, and also a film department from very early on.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's the unique experience that visitors get when coming to MoMA, is that sense of the interrelationship of all these very different practices.
Very nice. Now you're here to actually start presenting, or you're the one starting our conference here.
Whoa!
And so what will we hear today? What will your presentation be about?
Well, I organised an exhibition that recently closed called Century of the Child, Growing by Design 1900 to 2000. So that's an exhibition which, from its title, will be familiar to a Nordic audience, I think, because the starting point for us, a touchstone really, was the work of Ellen Kay, who published a book in 1900 called Century of the Child. And it's really looking at a whole century of the relationship between modern design and modern ideas of childhood. So it's an exhibition that really draws on the range of collections in MoMA, but we've also drawn objects from around the world, from over 20 different countries, and it was an exhibition with over 550 objects in it, so it was quite an undertaking.
I understand so, yes. And today you'll probably share some images and pictures from that exhibit. And
yes, and really how I got from the concept to the installation, and trying to, give an audience a way through a whole century of design, ranging from prosthetics to visions of the modern city with children at their core.
Wonderful.
So it's not just toys and children's books and furniture, although those things are there as well.
Wonderful. Well, I can't wait to see your presentation, and we definitely want to welcome you to Sweden, and we hope that you'll enjoy the next few days here at Intensivdagarna.
Well, it's a real pleasure because I've had such help from all my Nordic friends in this project, and in fact the first research trip I did for the exhibition was here to Sweden and Norway and Iceland and Denmark. So it's been very important in my whole way of thinking about the project.
Wonderful. Thank you very much.